Welcome back to your Holy Yoga chair practice. Thank you for joining me today. It's good to be here with you and again sharing this time, this space, this practice with you. So my name is Barb Tucker. I'm a member of the Colts Reformed Church in Colts, New Jersey. And this is your chair practice today. We will be sitting most of the time. We will stand for a short period of time. We will be going up a lot. If your shoulders bother you at any time, take your hands, your fingertips to your shoulder, and that you can do the same movements, okay? You need a chair without arms. I have a card table chair. You can use your kitchen chair, dining room chair, whatever works for you today. And I'm going to ask you to come to a mountain seat, which is, I'll show you here. You're going to take your back away from the back of the chair. You're going to root your feet down, having your feet parallel to each other, having your knees over your ankles, bringing your navel to your spine, having your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders, chin parallel to the floor. Okay, so I'll remind you this during different times, but again, mainly bringing your back away from the back of the chair. Okay. The other thing we're going to do today that's different, we haven't done before, one of the things I want to introduce to you, it's called the breath of joy. I'm going to talk about joy today, finding your source of delight. And this breath of joy is 4 movements, 4 arm swings. On the first 3, you're going to take inhale. So your inhale divide into thirds, and we'll do inhale with your hands towards me, palms together. Take a second inhale, arms out like wings. Third inhale, arms above your head if that works for you, or wherever it works for you, palms together. Exhale through the mouth and make it an audible. So it'll be going. Okay, that was wrong. You're supposed to go inhale through the nose, not your mouth. So let's try that again. Out through the mouth. So that's just so we know something new that I'm showing you today. So now I ask you to come to your mountain seat, taking your back away from the back of the chair. Find the roots of your feet here, pushing down through the big toe and your pinky toe, the outside of your heel, the inside of your heel. Finding that foundation, activating your legs to help you rise up. We're to lengthen our spine here, finding more space than we are used to. Lengthening our neck. Breathing in so it goes all the way through the crown of our head. And now I ask you to close your eyes. Soften your mouth. Release any tension through your tongue. And notice your breath. And bringing your thoughts inward. Noticing how your belly rises, how your heart expands, how your ribs explode with breath, how the life inside of you rises all the way up to the top of your head. And when you exhale, like a waterfall rushing over your heart and your belly. And again, just taking a time here to notice your breath. And as you come into your breath, I do want to just talk about joy. The definition of joy is source of delight. And we are told in the Bible that Jesus is our joy. He is our source of delight. The angels cried out when they announced that Jesus' birth. They said, "Joy to the world." John the Baptist leapt in the womb of Elizabeth When Mary approached with Jesus in her womb, John the Baptist leapt for joy. And my prayer for you today is that you find that joy, that Jesus is the source of your joy. You find delight, an abundance of delight, an abundance of joy. He gives us the gift of joy, the gift of his Spirit in our heart to walk with us each day. And I'm going to read to you from Guerrillas of Grace, Prayers for the Battle by Ted Loder. I'm going to take some lines from his poem called Waken in Me a Sense of Joy. And again, coming back to your breath, relaxing your face, listening to these words, inhaling God's joy, exhaling your fear. O extravagant God, waken in me a sense of joy in just being alive. Joy for nothing in general, except everything in particular. Joy in sun and rain. Joy in the taste of bread and wine. The smell of dawn. Joy in love and joy in you. And for another few moments again, just breathing in the joys of your life. Focusing inward, following your breath, the travel that it takes. And then I invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment and exhale through your nose. And take 2 more of those deep breaths at your own pace. And then I invite you to open your eyes. Again, recenter yourself if you need to, if you've relaxed in any way, coming to your beautiful mountain seat. And we're going to start with the breath of joy, wakening our body, wakening our nerves, wakening our senses. So again, 3 inhales as you come up and an exhale through the mouth as you come down. So two more times. Just resting your hands on your knees, closing your eyes, taking your chin to your chest, and gazing up towards the ceiling, and chin to chest, and up to the ceiling. And one more time, chin to chest, and up to the ceiling. and coming back to neutral. Having your hands to your side, raising your arms up high, gazing towards your fingertips, coming to prayer and resting at heart center. Rooting down, rising up, lengthening through your spine, taking a deep inhale here and exhale. Inhale, taking your chin over towards your right shoulder and exhale. Inhale up, exhale, traveling over your heart to your left shoulder and exhale. Inhale up, travel across and exhale. And just continue on a couple more breaths. And travel one more time across your heart. And meet me back at center. If it's still comfortable for you, keeping your hands together in prayer, really pressing your palms together, activating your arms here. Inhale, root down, rise up. We're going to twist just with our upper body here. Everything else is towards me. And then if it's available to you today, turning your chin over towards your left shoulder and coming back to center. Inhale up. Exhale, twisting to the left towards me. Keep everything else towards me except for your arms. And then if you can, taking your chin to your right shoulder and coming back to center. Pushing your palms together, cupping your hands so that you're really making a C, a backward C, a regular C, pushing your fingertips together and then releasing back to palms together. Inhale, bringing your palms away from each other, maybe lifting your heels here too. Exhale, palms together, heels down. Inhale, palms away, fingertips together, activating your arms, heels up. Exhale, together, heels down. One more time, inhale, bringing your palms away, pushing your fingertips together, heels up. Exhale, back together. Taking a moment, just resting your hands, taking a breath, and exhale. Bringing your hands towards me, palms towards the ceiling, taking your thumb to your first finger, and relax. And your thumb to your middle finger, and relax. Thumb to your ring finger, and relax. Thumb to your pinky, and relax. Doing that one more time, starting with your first finger, and middle, and ring, and pinky. And then stretching out your fingertips as far away, have your pinky as far away from your thumb as possible, and coming in as a fist. And out, and in, and out, and in. Turning your wrists over, having your palms towards the floor, bringing your fingertips to the floor, and just windshield wiping your wrists here. And then just giving a big circle and the opposite way. Taking your fingers up, palms towards the ceiling, and just touching your shoulders and coming back. Touching your shoulders, coming back. If you can, keeping your arms parallel to the floor. One more time. And then touching your fingers to your shoulders, bringing your elbows out. Opening up your heart and bringing your elbows together. Two more times. Inhale, opening up your heart, bringing your elbows together. Inhale, exhale, and resting your hands on your thighs, rolling your shoulders back and forward. Interlacing your hands, having your palms towards me, thumbs to the floor, And circling your palms, your thumbs out, and circling them in, and out, and in. Again, re-centering yourself, rooting down, taking a breath, coming up high. Bringing your arms out like wings. Reaching to the left. Bringing your left hand to the chair, right arm up and over, taking our first big bend of the day. If you can, looking at your bicep, really looking to open up this side. Focusing on your knees, if they stay parallel to each other, towards me, don't let them travel. Inhale, coming up tall. Interlacing your hands, coming out towards me. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, out like wings. Reaching towards the right. Right hand to the chair. Left arm up. Again, that first big bend, opening up your left side. So someone's pulling your hand away from you. And coming back. Inhale, up high. Hooking your thumbs together. Root down, rise up, bending to the right. Coming up tall and bending to the left. Coming up tall, hands on your shoulders, bending to the right. If you can, gazing at that left elbow. Coming up tall, root down, rise up, inhale, and bending over to the left. And coming up tall. Hands to your thighs. And let's do our sun salutation. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Don't let your head dip. If the head goes below your knee, you can become dizzy. Exhale, halfway lift. Hands on your shins, taking your belly away from your thigh. Exhale, back to the floor. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, rise up. One more time, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. Inhale, rise up high. Coming to prayer, coming to heart center, hands on your thighs. We're going to do our cat-cow, keeping our hands glued to our legs. So placing your hands on your knees. Again, noticing where your feet are, noticing the length of your back. We're going to take an inhale, gliding our hands along our thighs all the way to our hips, thrusting our heart out through our arms. Shoulder blades back, elbows back, gazing towards the sky. Exhale, gliding your hands over your knees, over your shins, rounding your back, chin to chest. Inhale, gliding up over your knees, over your thighs, onto your hips, gazing up high. Exhale, gliding down, chin to chest, round your back. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, resting at your thighs. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. Interlacing your hands, grabbing onto that right knee, coming up tall. Root down through that left sole of your foot, lengthening your back, and circle around. And the opposite way. Bringing your foot, your knee to your hug. If this is available to you today, taking your left arm out long, root down through that left sole of your foot to rise up, and bringing your right knee to the side, gazing towards your left hand. more breath here. And exhale. And back to center. Bringing your knee towards your chest and pointing your toe and flexing your foot. And releasing. Inhale, rising up high. We'll do that same to the other side. Forward fold. Halfway lift, coming up off of your thighs. Back to the floor, interlacing your hands, reaching for that left knee, hugging it to your chest, and circling around. And going the opposite way. Giving yourself a hug here. Again, if it's available to you today, one leg usually feels different than the other. If it doesn't work for this leg, that's fine. But releasing your right arm if it's possible, taking your left arm, bringing your leg out, and gazing over your right fingertips. Coming back to center, giving yourself a hug, pointing your toe, flexing your foot. And coming down. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, back to the floor. As you come up, interlacing your hands, putting your hands on top of your right knee, extending your left leg, flexing your toes, and hinging forward. You might want to scoot up a little bit on your chair if you've gotten back at all. You can get a nice, much longer hinging forward here. Again, as you bend forward, again, bringing your toes closer to your knees, really feeling that stretch behind your leg. And coming up. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, hinging forward. And coming up tall. Bringing that left leg back. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor, interlacing your hands, putting your hands on top of your left knee, rising up high. Lengthening your right leg, toes towards your knee. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, hinging forward. Bringing those toes closer to your knee. Root down, rise up. Inhale and exhale. Hinge forward. And exhale, coming up tall. And bringing your leg here. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Back to the floor. Root down, rise up, hands to prayer. Coming to heart center, resting on your thighs. Heel toe your feet out as wide as the chair legs. Again, adjusting yourself, bringing your navel into your spine. Rising up high. Taking a deep inhale here. And exhale. Putting your hands on your hips and circle around. Trying to reach each number of a clock. Really paying attention, focusing as you hit each number. Feeling how your muscles are. Feeling the transfer of weight from one foot to the other foot, one hip to the other hip. Reverse. I don't think I told you to reverse. Go the other way. And coming up tall. So with your feet firmly planted, rooted down, your toes towards me, taking your hands to your shoulders, we're going to inhale up and exhale, twisting to the right. And then we're going to hinge forward towards your right knee, leading with your chest, long spine, long neck, just having the gaze slightly over your toes. Root down, rise up high, coming to center. Inhale, rise up, twisting to the left, and hinging towards that left knee. Coming up tall. Keeping your hands where they are. Rising up high. And bending to the right. If you can, gazing at that left elbow. Coming up tall. Inhale up. Exhale, bending over towards that left side, opening up your right side. Coming to center. Taking that right arm down your right leg for goddess. Bringing that left arm up. Reaching for something that's just within your reach, maybe going up a little bit farther to just touch the bottom of it. If you want to, circle your wrist one way and then the other. Coming up tall. Taking a breath here. And then taking your left arm down the inside of your left leg, rising up with your right hand. And again, if you can, just twisting a little bit more, pushing your arm against your knee against your elbow against your knee to help you twist just a little bit more. Again, reaching for something, you can just touch the bottom of a piece of fruit off a tree and coming down. Taking a breath here and exhale. Putting your hands back on your shoulders. Inhale, rising up. We'll do that one more time. Twisting to the right. Leading with your chest over that right, hinging over the right knee. Using your feet to root up, root down and rise up. Coming to center. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Hinging towards that left knee. Keeping a long spine, a long neck. Root down, rise up tall. Inhale up. Bending to the right. Opening up that left side. Keeping your knees parallel. Don't let them go out to the side. Coming up tall. Taking a breath here. Inhale up. Bringing that left elbow down, right elbow up. Opening up that right side again, focusing that your knees are parallel to each other, not going out to the side. Coming up tall. Right arm down, right leg, left arm up. And again, pushing your knee against your elbow against your knee, helping you to twist a little bit further. And coming up tall. Taking a moment, taking a breath. And bringing the left arm into your left leg, pushing your knee against your elbow against your knee, rising up tall, brushing your fingertips against the bottom of that piece of fruit off that tree, and coming up tall. Taking an inhale here, taking an exhale. Closing your eyes and taking an inhale. And taking an exhale. Opening your eyes, having your feet still as wide as the chair, taking your right forearm to your right thigh, and just bringing that left arm up and over, rooting down with both feet, anchoring that left hip, and coming over to the other side. Just having a nice little flow here, just going side to side, anchoring now that right hip, that right foot. And just do it twice on each side at your own pace. Totally lost count. We'll do one more time. Coming back to center. Heel-toeing your feet back in. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Up, halfway lift. Back to the floor. And inhale, rising up, coming to prayer, resting at heart center. Taking your hands to your chair and lifting yourself up for our standing portion. If you're not able to stand today or you don't want to stand, You can do your sun salutations or you can in your chair, or just in your mountain. Stay in your mountain sitting position if that's what feels good for you. Do some bends or twists. But if you want to stand up today, having your chair in front of you, I'm going to move it just so that you can see me better. Coming to mountain pose. So again, this strong sturdiness, this foundation of our feet here for standing in mountain. Feet parallel to each other, just about an inch or so apart. Rooting down, rising up. We're going to take your tailbone to the floor. So you're going to push your tailbone to the floor, bringing your navel to your spine, having your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders. Having your palms gently facing me, closing your eyes if you can. If you feel unbalanced here, again, keeping your eyes open, holding onto the chair as needed. Again, the chair should be in front of you. But if you're able today, standing in mountain, closing your eyes, softening your face, and just taking 3 breaths here. And then opening your eyes, keeping your feet rooted down. As we take our breath now, we're just going to inhale, taking our arms all the way up over our heads. Again, if this doesn't work, if you can only go like this, if you want to put your hands to your shoulders. But coming up as you can today and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Taking your right fingers around your left wrist. Having your hands as far ahead if you can do above your head, if you can just do sideways. But taking this, reaching up and bending towards the right, having your right hand pulling that left a little bit further, anchoring down on that left sole of your foot, rising up high. Using your right hand, your left hand to circle your right wrist and bending towards the left. And coming up tall. Bringing your hands to your chair. I'm going to come to the side here to come to down dog. So with your hands shoulder width away, holding onto your chair, you're just going to walk your feet back so that your arms are as lengthened as they can. Your back is as flat as it can be. Again, looking at your feet, having them parallel. Pushing your hips back towards the back of your room, having your heels go towards the back. Taking a slight inhale, rising your ears over your biceps. Exhale, sinking your ears into your biceps. Taking a deep breath here. And walking slowly back up to your back of your chair. And again, doing this with your chair in front of you. I'm going to do it to my side so that you can see me. We're going to come to tree. This is good for your balance. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all your weight into your left foot. So do that now. You can kind of maybe coming up slightly on your toes. And we're going to come into a tree position, taking your ankle in a kickstand. Taking your right heel above your left ankle in kickstand. Or if you can today, taking your right sole of your foot to your calf. Just don't have it on your knee. That's not good. So below your knee or kickstand. But find it and really focusing all that weight, that balance on that left leg. Rooting down, lengthening your spine, becoming taller today. And if you can, taking that right arm up. Again, lengthening, reaching. Really feeling the strength of that left leg for you. And if you want to, just holding on to the chair. Taking one more breath here. And exhale. Releasing that right foot to the floor. Maybe go back and forth a little bit. And coming to down dog. This time having your feet as wide as the chair. You'll get a little different stretch here. Walking your feet back so that your arms are long, your back is long. Pushing your hips back, pushing your heels back towards the floor. Reaching your back away from your fingertips. If you can, having your ears in between your biceps. Inhale, rising up slightly. Exhale, melting back into your biceps. And walking back up to the back of your chair. Taking a breath here. And then we're going to do tree on the other side. So this time, putting all your weight in your right leg. And then you can either kickstand your left heel over your right ankle, taking the sole of your foot to your right calf. But having this strong foundation, all of this on into your right leg. Again, root down, rising up taller. If it's available to you today, bringing that left arm up. Having both hands on the chair, maybe coming to prayer. Whatever it is, whatever your balance is today, that works. Taking one more breath. One more exhale. Bringing your arm down. Bringing your feet back to mountain. Coming back to that beautiful mountain pose. Again, the strength of your feet, your foundation of your feet. Rooting down, helping you to rise up. Closing your eyes and take 2 breaths here. Opening your eyes, coming back to the front of your chair. And sitting down. Coming to your beautiful mountain seat. Standing tall. Bringing your toes up, wiggling your toes, and bringing them back down. Lifting up your heels and bringing them back down. Having your arms to your side. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. Inhale, rising up high. Bringing your palms to prayer and into heart center. And taking a deep inhale. Inhale, joy. Exhale, fear. Inhale, joy. And exhale, fear. And then take one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, releasing your hands, releasing your back to the back of the chair, letting your legs flip and letting your legs flop. Maybe letting your shoulders sag, maybe your chin to your chest. Close your eyes. Visualize your body right now, and the muscles that are pumping, the muscles that feel strengthened. But focus on your heart, the joy in your heart today. Find delight, find joy. And as we close out this practice today, closing your eyes, relaxing yourself, I do want to read one more time from the Gorillas of Grace. And pick out which joy you can find today. Pick out which joy you can stitch in your heart for walking out of here today, for walking through this next week. Waken in me a sense of joy. Oh, extravagant God, waken in me a sense of joy in just being alive. Joy for nothing in general except everything in particular. Joy in sun and rain. Joy in the taste of bread and wine, joy in the smell of the dawn, joy in love, and joy in you. My prayer for you today. And then I do want to end with the encouraging words of James and how he talks of joy in a time as we are living through right now. James 1:2. My fellow believers, when it seems as though you are facing nothing but difficulties, see it as an invaluable opportunity to experience the greatest joy that you can. My prayer for you. May you find joy in the dawn, joy in the taste of bread, joy in the sun, joy in the rain, joy with Jesus in your heart. And I invite you now to deepen your breath. I invite you to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And with your next inhale, coming up to the top of your seat in your mountain seat. Rooting down and rising up. And I invite you to take your deepest breath of the day. Hold it for a moment. And exhale, water falling over your heart and over your belly. Inhale up. One more time, hands to your arms to your side, rising up with your inhale, up, coming to prayer, coming to heart center. And may we all say, Amen. Thank you for joining me today. May you have a joyful week. Make a joyful noise.